what happens when we add a rational number to an irrational number. Let's find out. So let's write some irrational numbers. We know that square root 2 is an irrational number, and if we were to look it up or use a calculator to find out the decimal expansion, we will get something like this: 1.414, and it will keep going on and on and on, right? Similarly, if we were to find out square root 3, we will see it is 1.732, and it goes on and on like this. Now we are trying to find out the result of a rational number and an irrational number. So let's say what happens when we add the number 1 to square root 2. Let's find out. This is a rational number, this is an irrational number. So when we add, let's write the decimal expansion of square root 2, which is this. So we have 1.414, and this is a non-terminating, non-repeating extension, decimal number here, right? And 1 is simply 1.0, or we can write as many zeros over here, right? Now when we were to add it, what we will see is, as far as the decimal part goes, it will be exactly like this: 414 and then dot dot dot, and here it will be 1 plus 1 is 2. So our final answer for 1 plus square root 2 is 2.414 dot dot dot. The decimal extension part is non-terminating, non-repeating, so we say that the entire number is an irrational number. Let's take a look at one more example. How about let's try to add 5 plus square root 3. So square root 3 again is this number, 1.732, and this will go on, and here we have 5. So we can write 5 as like this, right? And when we add them, so the decimal part will be again 732, and it will go on forever. And here this one will be 5 plus 1, 6. So our number will be again an irrational number, because the decimal extension goes on forever, and it is non-terminating and it is non-repeating. Let's take a look at some more examples. This time, let's find out what happens when we add, say, 2 by 5 plus square root 3. Now this is a rational number. So how are we going to solve this? First we will divide 2 by 5 and find out the decimal equivalent of this, right? So this will be decimal here, 0, 4, 20, 0. In other words, 2 by 5 can be written as, let's do it over here. This will be 0.4 plus, now square root 3 is 1.732, and it goes on like this, right? So if you were to write this up, 1.732 goes on like this, and here we have 0.4, 0.4. And 0.4, so what happens here? Well, these numbers, we can write them as zeros, right? Like that. So if we add, now from the second decimal place onwards, it will be exactly like this. So let's write the decimal point here. So from second decimal place onwards, it will be 3, 2 like this, because here we have zeros. So it will be 3, 2, so on and so forth. And then the first decimal place will be 7 plus 4, 11. So 1 carry over, so 1 plus 1, 2. So this addition will result in something like this. And again, is the decimal extension or decimal part, is it terminating or non-terminating? And so the total number, what can we tell about the total number? The sum basically is non-terminating and non-repeating. So what we see is that whenever we add a rational number to an irrational number, we will always get an irrational number. An irrational number is such a number whose decimal extension or decimal expansion is non-terminating and non-repeating.